I've gained so much from this trip. I've learned more about team makeup. I've learned for myself the inner strength that I do have, that not to give up on any project or any plans that I want to do with my life, even at 53. So a lot more about my inner strength.
I learned about what my ancestors had to go through in order to get to where we are today. Traveling the northern route, seeing their hardships and everything, how they were treated, where they were kept, where they had to stop, where most of them died, where just everything, I tried to cram in everything that I could remember at the moment. Just everything that I tried to experience and live through. Not really live through, but just try to picture in your mind what happened.
I found within myself an inner strength that I did not know I had. You know, coming on this bike ride was something that I was like, oh, well, you know, people have done it before. It can't be, you know, that hard. You know, I knew it was going to be difficult coming into it, but at the same time, I was like, well, I know people have done it before. And once you got started on it, it was just, you know, day 2 for me was like, do I really have to get back on this bike and go, you know, 50 miles? But once we got going, it was just like, all right, and, you know, I'm encouraging people, I'm pulling people along with me, and that, you know, was something that I was proud of. So that's where I found that strength to just keep going and to keep pushing no matter what. And now I feel like I can take that home with me, that I can do whatever I put my mind to.
Chicken! Chicken!
What I've gotten from this trip is being able to do whatever I put my mind to. And that kind of relates back to real life and doing your goals in life. It teaches you, and the ride just makes you stronger. And that's what I've gotten from this ride.
I'd say it strengthened me a lot, just mentally. Helped me learn that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. So.
Is this Okie?
The trip's been a great experience for me. I was able to follow my grandfather's footsteps, or one of my grandfather's footsteps. You really learn the heartache along the trip. It's been a great adventure physically and mentally for us. We came together great as a team. Just stopping by everywhere and knowing that a lot of the communities along the way have respected the Trail of Tears and respected the people who were forced to make the journey before that. That's been really great. It's been really heartwarming to know that other communities, along with ours, respect and honor the stories and the memories of the people who's gone before us.
I think I definitely got, I guess, a more sense of perseverance. I felt like so many times during the ride, either my knees would ache, I would get tired, I was boiling hot, you know, in the middle of the sun, or I was riding in the rain and having to ride in the back with someone in the back. But I guess just to persevere and to think about how our ancestors had it and that they had to persevere. They didn't have an option. I had an option. I could get in the van and I could rest the rest of the day, you know, and it could be okay the next day. Or I could just keep on going, keep on pushing every pedal and finish the day strong. I think that on this ride I've definitely developed like another family. You know, they say you're gonna leave as friends, you know, but you're gonna come back as family. And I think that's definitely true. There are people on this trip that I'm never gonna like lose relationship with because we've endured like some of the hardest days together. So that's definitely great. I'm really excited to see my family, but I'm really sad to leave my other family, you know, my Remember the Removal family.
Well, on the historical side, a real connection with our past and really identifying, at least in part, with some of the suffering, you know, that our people went through. Obviously, you know, we didn't lose our homes. We weren't, you know, forcibly removed or anything, but just some of the physical suffering. There's no other word for it, you know. So there was that bit of identifying with the physical aspect of it, but also just really when we got to the places where the actual trail was, to be able to think, you know, I remember we were having a conversation, myself and another rider, that I said, just think if you know, we're tired and we're hurting, and yet when our ancestors were walking this, they had lost their homes, they had lost their land, they had lost loved ones, and just really letting that sink in. And that was just a powerful moment on the trip.
I've gained new friends along the way, and I've learned so much about my history that's kind of crazy. I didn't know I was related to so many ancestors that went on the trail. I've learned that I have patience now, and I'm able to do anything that I set my mind to.
I got to learn more about my heritage and about my ancestors and what they went through in order to make Cherokee Nation what it is today. Without their strength and perseverance, we wouldn't have been able to grow and thrive like we are nowadays. And I've also learned that personally, I've learned my personal strengths. This really shows you how you can grow as a person, and also shows you like what your weaknesses are and how you can push through them, because you have teammates with you the entire time that are willing to encourage you and stay back with you if you're having an off day. And it also builds your trust and teamwork skills.
This trip showed me that I really didn't know anything. Like, it was a lot longer trip than I ever imagined. It was a lot tougher trip. We rode on bicycles not to recreate the pain or suffering that our ancestors did, but just to travel and tour what they went through, the areas. And just touring it is difficult. It's hard on everybody. It's a long trip. You're going past grave sites and places they camped and places they buried people. You got to see the home country, which was really neat. But then you see encampment sites. And knowing about it in a book and seeing it, that's very different. And I learned a lot from that.